Daniel Bythway. And Jack Wasson is the base umpire. And again, McCade Brown, the starting pitcher for the Fresno Grizzlies. Modesto countering with a very interesting young prospect, Joseph Hernandez, with an 8-win record, 3.42 earned run average. Brown comes in 4-4. Had a rough outing last time. Shot his earned run average up just a tad to 5.13. Tell you more about Hernandez when he is out on the mound. But right now, McCade Brown, scouting report, really a two-pitch pitcher. Fastball in the 93 to 95 range. Curveball. His control has been impeccable this season. The scouting reports coming in said that might be the weak spot in his game, but it certainly has not been, as he has only allowed 21 walks in 87 2/3 innings pitched this year, and he has struck out 116 batters. This is the 18th start of the season for McCade Brown. He's allowed 87 hits in 87 2/3 innings pitched, 54 earned runs. It is his 5th start this season against Modesto. The Nuts have beaten him twice, and he has come out of 2 starts with no decisions. And they have been 2 of his roughest starts of the season. Back on May 5th, worked 3 innings and was touched for 8 runs in the July 30th start against Modesto. Gave up 5 runs and 10 hits over 5 innings. But lately, he has been pitching very good baseball. 6 innings, the longest he has gone this season. Done that 4 times so far. As Harry Ford steps in, the leadoff hitter for the Modesto Nuts. Ford, a year ago, the first-round pick of the Seattle Mariners out of North Cobb High School in Kennesaw, Georgia. First pitch, and some fan is going to have a souvenir. Rare to see a catcher batting in the leadoff spot. And our first pitch, sponsored by State Center Community College District. And, of course, our Adiel Amador. And there's one down. Our pitching matchup was sponsored by Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza. Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. on Fox 26.
Gabriel Gonzalez.
So Ford retired for the first out, and that'll bring up Gabriel Gonzalez, the left fielder. Hits .263 with a couple of homers, 10 RBIs thus far on the season. Brown misses with his first delivery. In the direction of second base, Brito comes up with it. Little toss, and not in time. That's a tough throw to make, going to his left. Couldn't get a lot on that throw, and the lack of zip enabled Gabe Gonzalez to beat it out for a base hit. Rudy Batista, the number 3 hitter, 1 for 4 with a double in last night's game. 275 average with 9 homers, 48 runs batted in. Well, that's a team that in the second half got off to a great start, sitting on top of the division for a time. But as the parent Seattle Mariners made some trades at the trade deadline, particularly that big one with the Cincinnati Reds, a couple of their best players were included in that package to the Reds. And that, in addition to some call-ups, have made the Nuts a much different ball club over the past 6-7 weeks. As we mentioned, 3-4 weeks ago, they had a comfortable lead in first place. But the Grizzlies on this tear have shoved them down into second place 6 games back. Swing and a miss. That is the first strikeout registered tonight by McCade Brown.
Batting fourth, third baseman.
And with 2 down, up comes the third baseman, Tyler Locklear. Locklear, the Mariners' second-round pick in July out of Virginia Commonwealth University. And what a career he had there. Set single-season home run and RBI records this past spring and summer. Pitch high and inside for a ball. Locklear, a third-team All-America by Baseball America magazine. Quite a baseball family. His father, Todd, played college ball at St. Andrews College, and he's got an uncle, Jeff, who played in the Giants organization. Next pitch misses, and McCade Brown falls behind. Locklear's power certainly impressed scouts at Virginia Commonwealth this season. He hit 20 home runs, and boy, he's got that ball up in the air. And he has got Kokoska heading back toward the warning track. That ball is a wall banger. Will that bring a run in? It looks like it will. Indeed, Gonzalez scores. And Tyler Locklear is at second base with a double. Just like that, Modesto has a 1-0 lead.
Batting fifth, number 43, shortstop Cole Young.
So Tyler Locklear showing off the power that impressed the Mariners to select him in the second round in July. And up comes the guy they took in the first round back in July, Cole Young. Shortstop from North Allegheny High School in the Pittsburgh suburb of Wexford. 6-foot, 180-pounder. Turned 19 back at the end of July. Brown backs him off the plate with that one. 2 down. Locklear's double brings home the first run of the ball game. Young, not a power hitter, more of a contact guy. The part of his game that really wowed the scouts, his fielding. He's a terrific fielder at shortstop. Thus far, hitting 182, no home runs, 1 RBI. Pitch inside, brushes him off the plate, but far enough back to the backstop to allow Tyler Locklear to advance to third base. Correction, yeah. So Locklear down at third. Official scorer ruling that a wild pitch that enables Locklear to advance to third base. 2 down, a run in, or under 90 feet away with a potential second run. There's Cole Young, but love nothing more than to come up with his second RBI as a member of the Modesto Nuts. And he draws the walk. So runners now at the corners.
Now batting center fielder.
And Jonathan Klassa, the center fielder, coming up.
Jonathan Klassa.
Klassa, the 19-year-old Dominican. With a .265 average, he's got some pop. 11 home runs on the season. 2 down, a run in. Runners at first and third. Klassa takes a ball. 94-mile-an-hour fastball from McCade Brown. Quick toss over to first base. Braxton Fulford, the Grizzlies catcher, leads the California League in throwing out runners attempting to steal. He has thrown out 32 would-be base stealers this season. Ball in the air toward left center field. Kokoska, Montgomery. Kokoska calls. He's got it. And that retires the side, but not before Modesto, with a couple of hits, manages to bring in a run. We're going to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Modesto. Welcome back to Chansey Park. Modesto Nuts sitting on top by a 1-0 score here, top of the second inning. And Modesto's right fielder Randy Bednar flies out to Yankeel Fernandez out in right field for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Cesar Torres Jr. playing second base. Son of the former big leaguer by the same name. Dodger fans certainly remember him. Very quick, strong-armed shortstop. Torres has played at a number of levels this year and had a rough year. Was it Double-A? Also in the High A Northwest League. Been in pro ball since 2017. Pitch misses. And Brown even at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Pitch inside, and McCade Brown has gone to a full count for the first time tonight. And Brown gives up his second walk of the ball game. And here we've been talking about his tremendous control and lack of walks.
It's our Dutch Bros strikeout batter tonight. First baseman
And
number
now he
10,
has suddenly walked a pair of
Moncada.
hitters tonight in the first 2 innings.
Strikeout in Indian bat.
Gabe Moncada, the first baseman, made the terrific spearing catch to rob Adi Alamador of a potential base hit in the first inning. Moncada hitting 167. '20-year-old prospect from Venezuela. There goes his Torres. His pitch swung on and missed. Dropped at home plate, and his Torres succeeds in reaching second base. Back of third, foul just by inches. Thompson struggling with that ball down the line, back of third base. And the ball lands untouched, but by inches, it's a foul ball. So big break for the Grizzlies on that one. Thompson, one of the first-round picks in the draft this year by the Colorado Rockies, has not played much infield since high school, primarily an outfielder at the University of Florida. Here's another one in his direction, hustling over near the dugout, but it's back into the Modesto Nuts dugout. And our count of ball and 2 strikes. 1 down, 1 on here in the top of the second inning from Chansey Park. Glad you're with us. Grizzlies and Modesto Nuts on a night in which a Fresno win would enable the Grizzlies to clinch a tie for the second half California League Northern Division crown. Fouled back into the stands.
And there's another Port of Subs prize ball. Take the ball to the courtesy booth and you'll receive a prize courtesy of Port of Subs.
Cesar Torres Jr. with a lead-off second base. Moncada awaits the pitch, and as a called, strike 3.
And with that strikeout,
So big
everyone
strikeout
in
for
section
McCade
212,
Brown,
row 1 has
his
won
second
a
of the
free
game.
beverage at Dutch Bros.
And
We'll
second
be
out of the
back
inning, and we go
shortly
back to the
with
top of the
your
order, and Harry
prize.
Ford, the Modesto catcher.
And now batting number 38, Harry Ford.
Elsa?
So Brown trying to pitch out of a bit of difficulty here in the second. First pitch is wide for a ball. 4 to 262 average. Had some injury issues this season. 11 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Fouled back. And we have got Robinson Cancel, Mark Brewer, the pitching coach, and the Grizzlies head athletic trainer all heading out to the mound. And they have seen something that leads them to believe McCade Brown may be injured. And Robinson Cancel immediately turns and looks down in the direction of the Grizzlies bullpen. Boy, I hate that look. It looks to me as though he's looking at that right elbow. That's Mark Brewer, the Grizzlies pitching coach, with his back to us. You met him on our Grizzlies Tonight pregame show. So Braxton Fulford is going to head back behind the plate. They're going to allow McCade Brown to make a throw or two to see how he feels. Well, it certainly looks as though McCade Brown wants to stay in the game. But Robinson Cancel and Mark Brewer and the team's athletic trainer don't want to take any chances as the discussion continues. But he has convinced them that he is good enough to go and continue in the game. So there is no question he will be watched very, very closely from here on out. So 2-1 strike count with 2 outs in the inning. Harry Ford, the batter for Modesto. Cesar Torres Jr., the base runner, leading off second base. And the pitch swung on and missed. Fouled back to the screen. On deck, Gabe Gonzalez, the left fielder, who had the base hit in the first inning, came around and scored the game's lone run thus far. Brown's pitch. Right up the middle, base hit. Coming around is Torres. Montgomery is going to make a throw, but it is cut off by Sims, and the runner scores. So the Nuts now with a 2-0 lead. And the base hit by Harry Ford drives in Cesar Torres Jr. from second base. And stepping into the box is Gabriel Gonzalez, the Modesto left fielder. As we mentioned, singled in the first. Came around on the double by Tyler Locklear with the game's first run. 2-0 Modesto. With 2 outs here in the top of the second inning from Chick Chansey Park. Catches the corner for a strike. Well, the Grizzlies clearly have to believe that McCade Brown is all right. There is no activity in their bullpen. No one is even in the bullpen. As Brown makes a Toss to first base, trying to keep Harry Ford close. A ball and a strike. Brown's pitch off the end of the bat. Shallow right field. Going back on it is Brito, and it makes an over-the-shoulder catch. And we're out of the inning, but not before Modesto adds a run to their tally. It's 2-0 going to the bottom of the second.
Skies this one to shallow right center. Out goes Cabrera. In comes Gonzalez.
They crashed together as they both were making the catch. Well, that's too bad.
Man, this is it. Long throw. You're not going to get him now. He went to his left for the ball, and it went right through the webbing of